Welcome back in your School Watch. Fine arts programs like band and theater will see many changes as the COVID-19 pandemic limits what they can do this coming season. Our Mayo Davison explains the precautions these programs are taking right now and how they're making sure the show goes on.
This year will look a lot different for band and theater students at Lewis Palmer District 38. Due to the pandemic, the high school had to pivot to a hybrid model, which means students will spend part of their time in person and online. By only having half of their students at a time, teachers say it will be difficult, especially since the arts are all about coming together.
One of my bands has 35 students in it, but I see 17 of them one day and 18 on the other. And so the idea of what a performance class is changing quite a bit.
Tom Chapman is the director of bands and popular music studies at Lewis Palmer District 38. He says the pandemic has forced him to reevaluate his plans for the year, particularly in regards to concerts which have been canceled. Usually class time is spent on preparing for concerts, so he's had to get creative.
I am creating a sort of independent study, so we come together. I still work with kids.
Chapman says he's going to use the time to work with kids on their technique and skills. When it comes to social distancing, he has twice as many chairs in his classroom, so every cohort uses a different chair. Band students will also be playing 30 minutes at a time to let the air recirculate.
We'll take a 20-minute break and then we'll play for 30 more minutes because that'll give a 20-minute refresh cycle to get air out of the room.
Every student will have a belt cover to trap anything that may come out of an instrument. He also came up with a specialized mask for students to wear while they're playing. Jordan Clark, who is the theater director, says they had to push their fall musical to the spring.
For now, I'm trying to figure out some other options. I kind of have like a plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D.
With the hybrid model, he's also had to change how he does things.
A cohort A show that's more along the lines of like a one-act, and then a cohort B show.
He says if they continue with the hybrid model into next spring, he'll put together the musical via Zoom. Chapman says some of his budget was cut due to the COVID-19 pandemic, but thanks to the fundraising program, he should be able to get by. Always watching out for you, Monument. Mayo Davison, News 5.